Your kidneys are like two quiet bodyguards, working day and night, filtering nearly 50 gallons of blood every single day. But when sugar shows up, they're pushed into overdrive, straining harder than they were ever meant to. Most people never feel it until it's almost too late. What if just 30 days without sugar could let them breathe again and even help lower your blood pressure? Stay with me. The first 3 days may surprise you the most. Here's what that overdrive actually looks like inside your body. Excess sugar doesn't just raise your blood glucose, it subtly alters the filtration system, making your kidneys handle more waste than they were designed for. Over time, this extra pressure can quietly damage their structure. Science shows that consuming too much sugar can lead to glomerular hyperfiltration. Instead of filtering at a normal rate, the kidneys are forced to push blood through their filtering units under abnormally high pressure. It's like forcing water through a thin filter membrane at high pressure. Over time, the tiny filter openings can stretch and tear. When that happens, valuable nutrients, especially protein, albumin, can leak into the urine. This is often one of the earliest warning signs of kidney damage. Most people never notice the damage early on. That's the scary part. Your kidneys don't send warning signals until they are already struggling. Quitting sugar, even for 30 days, gives these organs a much-needed break, like finally letting your bodyguards rest after years of endless overtime. But here's the real twist. What happens in just the first few days without sugar might surprise you more than what happens after the full month. The first 72 hours are often the hardest. Many people experience headaches, mood swings, and cravings because the brain is suddenly deprived of its favorite quick fuel, glucose spikes from sugar. But while your brain complains, your kidneys are quietly celebrating. The sudden drop in sugar means less pressure on the filtration system almost immediately. Studies reveal that reducing sugar lowers the amount of advanced glycation end products, AGEs, molecules that accelerate kidney aging. Within just days, the blood becomes cleaner and your kidneys start working more efficiently. Of course, this transition feels uncomfortable for some. It's similar to detoxing from caffeine. Your body is adjusting to a new normal, but the payoff begins quickly. Cravings fade, energy stabilizes, and your kidneys adapt to a gentler rhythm. So while you may feel the discomfort on the outside, deep inside, your kidneys are already sighing in relief. Here's a fact most people don't know. Every time you consume sugary drinks or desserts, your kidneys must filter the excess glucose from your bloodstream. Unlike fats or proteins, sugar spikes hit fast. The kidneys act like sponges, absorbing the overflow. Over years, this repeated overload damages the delicate nephrons, the microscopic filters inside your kidneys. Think of it like a coffee filter. Use it once, it works perfectly. But if you keep pouring sticky syrup instead of water, the filter clogs and weakens. This is essentially what high-sugar diets do to your kidneys. Researchers from Harvard found that people who regularly consume high amounts of added sugar are at a significantly greater risk of chronic kidney disease, or CKD. Even if you're young and feel healthy, the silent accumulation of sugar damage can start decades before symptoms appear. The frightening truth? Many people discover kidney issues only after 70% of function is already gone. Cutting sugar now is like choosing prevention over regret. Sugar doesn't just mess with your blood glucose, it also hijacks your blood pressure. When you eat too much sugar, insulin levels rise. That signals your kidneys to retain sodium and water. The result? Higher blood pressure, swelling and strain on the kidneys' blood vessels. This mechanism explains why people who consume large amounts of sugar often feel bloated and fatigued. Their kidneys are literally holding on to extra water, trying to balance the chaos sugar creates in the bloodstream. But here's the fascinating part. When you quit sugar, this water retention begins to reverse. Within weeks, blood pressure tends to drop. The kidneys find it easier to maintain balance. For some, this alone can reduce the risk of hypertension-related kidney damage. It's like turning down the volume in a noisy room. Suddenly, the kidneys can work in peace. Now let's talk about something painful: kidney stones. Most people blame salt or dehydration, but sugar is a sneaky culprit. High sugar intake increases calcium excretion in urine, making it easier for crystals to form. Over time, those crystals harden into kidney stones. A study in the Journal of Urology found that people with the highest sugar intake had a significantly higher risk of developing kidney stones compared to those who consumed less. It's not just about soda. It's cakes, candies, and even healthy juices packed with hidden sugars. The scary part? Once you've had one kidney stone, the chances of getting another increase dramatically. But here's the hope. Within just a month of quitting sugar, urinary composition begins to improve, lowering the risk of stone formation. Imagine 30 days of discipline sparing you years of excruciating pain. That's the kind of trade your kidneys will thank you for. By the way, I'm curious, have you or someone you know ever dealt with kidney stones? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. When sugar leaves your diet, your kidneys start something remarkable: self-repair. These organs have a limited ability to regenerate. Studies suggest that reduced sugar intake lowers inflammation, allowing nephrons, the kidney's tiny filters, to recover function. Think of it as a construction crew repairing a city after years of constant traffic damage. When the roads are no longer hammered by overload, workers can finally patch cracks and reinforce weak areas. Your kidneys work in a similar way, taking advantage of the sugar-free break to restore balance. One of the earliest signs of this recovery is a drop in protein leakage in the urine, a red flag for kidney damage. With sugar out of the picture, this leakage often decreases, showing that the filtration barrier is strengthening. It's not magic, it's biology. By stepping away from sugar, you give your kidneys permission to heal. If sugar is gasoline, diabetes is the wildfire. One of the leading causes of kidney failure worldwide is uncontrolled diabetes, fueled largely by diets high in added sugars. Constant high blood glucose damages the blood vessels in the kidneys, gradually leading to diabetic nephropathy. When you quit sugar for 30 days, your insulin sensitivity often improves. That means your body needs less insulin to handle glucose, protecting both your pancreas and your kidneys. It's a chain reaction of healing. Researchers have found that even moderate reductions in sugar intake can significantly lower the risk of progressing from pre-diabetes to type 2 diabetes. Fewer diabetics means fewer people heading toward dialysis machines. So while you may see sugar as harmless pleasure, for your kidneys, it can be the difference between lifelong health and a slow, silent decline. Chronic sugar intake sparks inflammation, not just in your waistline, but inside your organs. High blood sugar triggers oxidative stress, which inflames kidney tissues and makes them more vulnerable to scarring. Once scar tissue forms, kidney function declines permanently. But within 30 days of quitting sugar, research shows that inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein, CRP, begin to fall. Lower inflammation means less damage to blood vessels and kidney tissues, preserving their ability to filter. This reduction in inflammation also brings side benefits: clearer skin, fewer headaches, and more stable energy. It's proof that kidney health is deeply connected to overall body wellness. Think of inflammation as rust on metal. Removing sugar slows the rusting, giving your kidneys a chance to last longer, stronger, and healthier. You might wonder, can just 30 days really matter? The answer is a resounding yes. While chronic damage takes years to build, improvements in kidney stress markers can begin in just weeks. Blood pressure decreases, protein leakage lessens, and overall filtration efficiency improves. Your urine itself may even change subtly, sometimes becoming clearer, indicating reduced waste overload. These small but meaningful signs show that the kidneys are stabilizing. It's important to remember that 30 days is not the finish line, but the starting point. Like a trial run, it shows you how powerful sugar-free living can be. And once you see the difference in energy, mood, and kidney health, the question becomes, why go back? If you're enjoying this, you'll definitely want to check out my other video. What happens if you cut out sugar completely for 30 days? It takes this journey to the next level. Here's the final twist. Most people who cut sugar for 30 days notice benefits so profound that they choose not to go back. Science supports this decision. Long-term studies show that individuals who maintain low-sugar diets have significantly lower risks of kidney disease, heart disease, and diabetes. The truth is, your kidneys don't just benefit in a month. They benefit for life when sugar is minimized. Every day without added sugar is another day of protection against a future on dialysis. Of course, the occasional treat won't ruin your kidneys, but daily excess will. And that's the real message. Moderation protects, elimination heals. So after 30 days, science is clear. Your kidneys will thank you today, tomorrow, and for every year you keep sugar in check. If this video helped, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a boost. For more simple, science-backed health tips after 60, subscribe to Eat Well Over 60. Your kidneys are worth protecting for life.